is a bit of a special surprise stream for everybody. I've got my lunch. Yes, it's 3 p.m, but I'm having my lunch. I've got a cup of tea. I was doing some decorating because I was doing the thumbnails for my YouTube videos, which requires me to go back and micro decorate, which is a lot of time. I don't typically do that on stream because otherwise it's not exactly the most fun to watch. So let's try and balance some gameplay with a little bit of decorating, and I want to continue to do a little bit of terraforming. Last stream what we were doing is I was terraforming a new city. I don't know if I enjoy doing a fully custom map or like terraforming a fully custom map. It's not that the map was my favorite, it's just not my favorite thing to do, I don't think. Whereas I've enjoyed terraforming inside of my existing city and like doing things that I couldn't do before because I didn't have terraforming. And just doing fun things like this, for example, and like pulling the water through the canal. Let me show you something quickly. In my own time, yesterday, I was making this look all pretty. Yep. With some... So there's a few janky bits. Oh, see, now it's okay. Yeah, some weird janky bits, especially when it loads back in. Kind of sometimes undoes stuff. Yeah, see, it's fixed it now. This is kind of janky as well. Not my favorite. But this was kind of fun to do. So I was thinking of using, so I quite like this fence, right? Because it's got the light. It's called the light fence. But it's got the fairy lights in between. But didn't want to use that in this particular spot because it wasn't the vibe I was going with. So I wanted to use this one. I did think about using this one and it just didn't quite look right. And then this one didn't quite have what I was going for. So I have done lots of fences across from each other, which I don't mind. But I did want to do this. And so I ended up putting a bunch of lights in, although they are quite intense lights. Like for example, I mean, I could I could use the gizmo and expand them up, but then they kind of look really weird. Or, oh no, how do I reset it? I wish I could reset. I suppose you kind of just go back down to 0 or 1, should I say? And the other option is to raise it, but then you start to get weird stuff going there. So also not a fan of that. Wait, how do I go back to... Don't break it. Don't break it. Okay. Did that snap? Nope. Okay, let's do it by eye. A little bit up. Oh, there is 0 meters. Got it. Hey, Corvo! I'm just gonna chomp on my lunch. My toasty's definitely gone hard. I should have eaten it quicker. I worked on this, which I don't know if you saw me working on this originally, but I worked on this little area yesterday, so very happy with it. I was also playing with these, which I doubled up, and if I think about it, I could have probably just extended them out. Would have made this quite big, but tells me that we kind of have this. I wonder if I should have. Hang on. Let's quickly go. How weird does that end up looking? Oh no, it looks way better. Okay, hang on. Just quickly do this. Oh, back to where it was, please. Oh no. Oh wait, hang on, it does. You just... Oh, wait. This. Is this back where it was? Yes, okay. No. Does that look a bit better now? How was your Easter Friday, Gorba? What did you get up to? Look a bit cleaner? Yeah, a little bit. Your insanity run, is that like New Game Plus type thing? Alrighty. Lunch consumed. Let's go. Okay. So let's fix this up. Might just push this up with it. And let's make this what I should have done at the beginning. Yeah, fix my camera. It's Peter. It's Peter. Alright, I'm gonna stitch that. Fix this here. And then we can carry on. I worked on the canal. Oh, I have a feeling actually. Hang on. Did I turn off? Oh no, music is still there. Okay. Did I undo this? What have I done? Have I moved the wrong thing? No, that's correct. This one? How far through of your insanity run are you? So how many hours is the game? There we go. That's a bit better. Saves me having to double up. Yeah, and then you even got the weird janky double thing. Much better. Oh, we love. I wonder how many mods people have made for this game yet. Whether or not people don't typically do mods for games in like early access. Curious. Alright, that's looking pretty cute. It looks a little bit better. Nice. I like. So, we worked on this. Well, me, in my own time. And then comes through here. Then I did a little bit with this stuff. And this little bit here. There's not a lot of contrast here. So I am wondering whether or not I should take a little bit of a path and add some contrast. Funny thing being that this is all slightly off. So if I do a path here, it'll look a wee bit funny. I'm gonna, no, it really is easy. I love the night-day cycle. I love it. Very, things interesting and fresh. But definitely when I'm decorating, now that I have the option, when I'm decorating, I definitely like to use the override. Now, do this. How bad does it look? How much effort is it going to be to switch it around? Then again, at the same time, does everything need to be perfect? Probably not. But it is me, is it not? To do everything perfectly. And then it does add some contrast in behind, doesn't it? I mean, it doesn't have to be the road. It could be... Ugh. It could be, as I say, could be the stone paint texture. Like I've got underneath. I don't mind that too much. And then maybe do like a We could follow the terrain here. We could do it real perfect. Even though it's probably a waste of time, if I'm honest, because I'm then going to... Nope. Nope. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, hang on. What am I doing? Okay, I don't think that's gonna work. Let's go... just paint it. Because 0.5 is not exactly... it's too thin to get the full color. It's kind of funny. That it goes brown. But... paint over it twice, and you get the color you want. Sometimes. Sometimes you get the color you want. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Nice. Okay. That gives it a little bit more contrast. It's not exactly perfect. Which, I wonder if it should be because of the monument. No. Not like you're gonna see it from both sides, really. How far out? Go around. I do not understand. Like, well, I can. Actually, I can, because I do it myself. People who have far more patience for this and make things that are, like, extremely perfect. I think... what's their name? Is it not Squash? Squab? Squishy? I don't know what their name is. Actually, I can probably just quickly look it up. There's someone who's... Splash? Splat. There you go. Splat has been doing some incredible stuff with this game. And it makes me quite jealous. But it requires a lot of patience. Well, the stuff that they do clearly requires a lot of patience. And meticulousness to get it to the level that they do. And I'm kind of jealous because I don't want to spend that much time on it. But I can also see how you could easily do that. Like, I don't have all the time in a day to put that much into it. And also, I just want to stream, and I don't want to spend all of the stream just in silence, like, pixel perfect moving stuff around. Which, like, I'm not criticizing. I'm saying, like, it's incredible. Yeah, it'll do. No, it won't. Ah, I hate myself sometimes. So easy just to get lost in. Yeah. Like, if I did pre-recorded, I would have, like, I would speed all this up. But I don't like editing videos. So I literally stream, and then I pull the VODs, I cut them up, and stick them on YouTube. Which, if you want to go see them, go and support my YouTube. So, I could not. I could not. I could never. Yeah, let me move this now. I could never. Cool. I need to, like, watch more people's streams and decorating TTC videos to get some inspo, because I'm very stuck in my ways in terms of design style. I need to stop pushing my volume up more and more. Also, I'm so quiet and chill in ASMR, and sometimes that's not a good thing. Yeah. I have a set style, but I need to branch out, but I don't really know what to do. Like, for example, this. I do a lot of this kind of thing. Also, how many... I don't mind having a few. Although, how do you get to these ones? Oh yeah, someone was saying you can get over the train tracks, you just have to raise the train. And I don't know... These are so... I'm just keeping these here. They're very off-brand, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. So can I get rid of this road, maybe? They were saying you can get over the tracks, you just have to go high enough, but I don't know if that's like cheesing it. Or whether or not it like breaks the... Like if I go I, yeah, like you can, but I don't know if you're supposed to. Yeah, like you can, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're not supposed to. I don't know if it's usable. You do. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna do the... I don't mind the way it is. This one I mean. I don't mind this the way it is. It's kinda nice. This is also some stuff I was doing. I was trying to make like a river of sorts. Kind of I don't know what you would call it. What would you call this? Like a little stream forest type thing. And like pushed into the wilderness. Feeling very much part of the landscape. This I was also doing it just for getting the photograph correct. Little screenshot. Photograph? Screenshot? Correct. So now I need to move these out the way so that people can actually get in and around. Let's go this way. There you go, that looks a bit better. There's a little path up there for these guys. We also worked on this vineyard a wee while ago, which looks really cool. We still haven't done the wee... Maybe we'll just quickly do that. People are still obviously unhappy. What does it need? How much wine? Oh, apparently it doesn't need any wine, but we'll do it anyways. For the aesthetic. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Click, click, clickety, click. Wine. Grapes for le wine. Let's just paint it all over. And then see how far back we should probably come back. This is very Central Otago. If you're a Kiwi, you get me. In fact, it's very much like, very much inspired by Cromwell. When I was a kid, go to a place called Bannockburn, which is like nestled in the hills above Cromwell. And there were lots of vineyards. When we were really young, they hadn't yet developed in behind like the campsite that we stayed at. It was like right against the fence, and there's this like a little stream. And then you hopped on over and you could run up the hill, and it was all the... it wasn't... it was undeveloped. Probably was. Probably wasn't owned by the Bannockburn Domain. It might have been owned by the local council, but it wasn't private property. We used to run up the hill as we were allowed to, and like hang out with the skinks, little geckos and things. Yeah, it was kind of fun. But nowadays it's privately owned, and it's pretty sure it's a vineyard. Someone built a house like over the fence, which was a bit of a shame. And then I'm pretty sure it got turned into vineyards, maybe? It was definitely turned into some sort of farmland, or whoever owned it. Probably pretty cheap land, because it was in pretty I want to say average place. It wasn't exactly, you know, Cromwell's not exactly the most expensive place to purchase in Central, but still, actually no, probably these days it's pretty expensive. Still one of the cheapest places to buy in Central. But yeah, this is what is inspiring this. Now, how far? We're like looking from down here. Do we pull it back a little bit? I reckon we pull it back ever so slightly. I feel like I'm... There's so many spiders in our house. And it's not... Plus we live so close to like a reserve of sorts. And so they have, I swear they come through from the reserve. Or we have lots of them because of the reserve. Lots of plants and flowers and nature. And not a lot of suburbia and concrete between us and the reserve, the land. So yeah, I swear that they make their way onto our property. Then they make their way into the house. And they're not exactly, well, yeah, they're not daddy long legs. I don't mind daddy long legs because they get rid of all the flies. They're not daddy long legs. So we just get awful gross spiders. I'm pretty damn sure that they're white tails, which makes it even worse. Do get a lot of jumpy spiders, which I don't mind, but they're just everywhere. And that's annoying. Every time I can feel like, I don't know, like something on my skin or like an itchy spot area on my skin, I'm just like, ah, there's a spider on me. It's not, most typically. Not yet. Like last night I couldn't sleep because the cat kept jumping at something. I don't think they were jumping at my feet, which she does. But I was just like, oh, what are they jumping on? Is there a spider there? They're taking a spider that's at my feet. I can't imagine it is, but you know, it just freaks me out. I'm hoping that as we head out of the summer, we won't get as many of them, but I don't know. I don't know. Part of me feels like we're still gonna get lots of spidey. Is that a bit better? That still feels really close to the edge, doesn't it? Hang on, I'm gonna come back a wee bit. Maybe one less row? Or maybe one less here? Then I have to kind of do a these. Yeah, that's a bit better. Might have to paint in this terrain with maybe. So I go too far. I can't even see. I think that might already be that way. But there's a little bit of something, something. There we go. Nope, okay. Yes. Yeah, so what does it look like from down here? It's kind of the big thing. It's a little bit tidier. And then the intention is to put some kind of meeting spot area. What'd you call it? Little dining spot, I think is the... People can enjoy their wine with the views. Maybe I might have to put a fence in there, so it's just bring it back a little bit. There we go. There we go. Not exactly the tidiest little edge there, but I still want it to be somewhat, how would you say, organic? Not too manicured, but at the same time it's a winery, so kind of feels like it should be a little more manicured. Let's chuck a fence in and see how that looks and see if it just makes that a little bit tidier. In terms of a fence, what would we do? What would be most fitting for the edge of a cliff? Probably the hedge, to be honest. Seems a bit strange, but... Ooh. Can I get this to work? Yeah, that actually feels the most, strangely enough, the most correct. I'm trying to think when the last time I was at someone's wedding. It was on a hilltop with a vineyard, and what kind of fence they had. And I swear it was a garden barrier. It makes the, weirdly enough, that actually makes the most sense. I don't believe it was a, like it probably was a, what do you call it? Number 8 wire fence, a wire farming kind of fence. You know. But I don't honestly remember. Yeah, see that feels too farmy. Yeah. Not as bougie as it probably should be. Ah! No! I hate how it does that. I might be able to salvage it. Clicked in the wrong spot. Makes another post. Not ideal. But then you kind of end up with this situation. Kinda like that. Yeah, like if anything, it should be the other way around. It most certainly should be the other way around. So, let's delete this one. Oh yes, because this one is harder to make. Means I have to just scoot, 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 scoot. Does mean it's a wee bit janky down the hillside. That's okay. Yes. And then this is obviously the furthest down because the other one's going to go on behind it on this side, so it doesn't have to be as perfect. Ooh. If I can move these over a wee bit, spread them out. And there we go. Nice. And it is going to have to move a little bit, just so it's a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then we get that. Let's grab the what is it called? The hedge. Let's grab the hedge again, and let's make this look pretty. As pretty as we can. Come on, please place. And then like that. Sweet. Nice. Tidy it up, get it nice and close. I do like that about the fencing. You can kind of place it and then it has collision issues. And restricts you, but then you just click off, click back in, and then you can get it real close without any issues. I don't know if that was it's a bug or a feature, but if it's a bug, not a bug I'm mad about. Nice. It kind of has its own collision before ignore collision was a thing. Now, if we're smart, which we are, of course, we would continue this all the way down or around the hill. And around here. Oop, oh, that's right. There's a curve I've already put in there. Yeah. There. And how much? Oh, shoot. Please let me place. Okay, hang on. I've lost the little thing that tells me what my curve is, which is a bit annoying. Okay, come back slightly. Ooh, woolly me, woolly me, woolly me. I have to go tighter than I want to. Is that because there's a curve on it? Oh, that works. Okay, that might be the best I can do. And then move this one around a little bit. Down, around, straight. No, not like that. God. Oh no, that is flat. I don't think I'll do it along. Let's see what it looks like first. But otherwise, I wasn't planning on doing it up on this hillside. No, I like it. I like it. Keep it. Still about there. Yeah, because it kind of frames the, I want to say steers, the steers? Huh? Ugh. That went down the wrong hole. Yeah. Can I get this a little bit closer? Does it play ball? If I do it ever so slowly, maybe? There we go. If I can make this step a little bit less abrupt. No. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Oh. I should have probably added one in instead of letting it do its own thing. No, it won't let me. And I've really broken it. Okay, flat it is. Maybe we should bring this one up to the same level. There we go. That makes it a little bit tidier. Nice. I really do need to put some glare, anti-glare stuff on this window. It's great for lighting, but when you're actually trying to look at the screen, I'm just squinting the whole time. The glare is so bad. Oddly enough, well, I suppose it kind of makes sense because it's white clouds. But on a sunny day, I don't have the issue. That's probably because it's like a blue sky. On a sunny blue sky day, don't have that issue. So, there you go. The more you know. The more you know. Interesting. Okay, so that's the vineyard looking a little bit more... a little bit more put together. It's not perfect, but... yeah, so from down here... if I tighten it... So if at the moment, if you add an extra one in, I swear during the demo you could do this differently. But if you put an extra one in, you can't. I thought you had to right click to get rid of it. But you can't get rid of it. So you have to either delete the whole fence or like push it back, or like delete all of them back to here and then fix it up. So which I'm not doing. So I'm just gonna leave that. Doesn't look too bad from down here. No, that looks quite nice. In fact, I can now add some of these back in just to fill out space. There we go. It looks pretty good from down here. Nice and green, a little bit nice little brown. Doesn't look like it's weirdly just falling off a cliff. Is it some nice? You can still see the winery from down here. Oops, how do I? There we go. There you go. You can Google at it from, or even like from here, for example. Be like, oh, let's take a day trip to the winery, the fancy winery. And that should be all operational. No, it's not, because no one works there, because no one can work there, because there is no one to work there. Right, we need townsfolk. So one day, when there's people living there, when there's enough people to work there, should I say? Do this 1, 2 for now. I won't carry that on though too far. I have to. Yeah, that's kind of naturally ending. Get a little bit tighter. Nice. Don't add an extra point, please. There we go. Maybe like that. Nice and tidy. Nice and tidy.